From IsReal News, this is the midday briefing for Friday, February 27th. A report from Bloomberg says U.S. envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner left nuclear talks in Geneva disappointed, while Iranian officials expressed optimism about the discussions. The development follows renewed diplomatic efforts between Washington and Tehran amid ongoing regional military tension. The Israel Defense Forces issued a public statement addressing rising uncertainty. IDF spokesperson Brigadier General Effie Defrin said the military is closely monitoring developments related to Iran and remains prepared, but emphasized there is no change in civilian guidelines. This comes as public concern has increased ahead of the weekend amid reports of possible escalation. The British government announced it is temporarily withdrawing its staff from Iran, citing the deteriorating regional security environment and the possibility of U.S. military action. The UK Foreign Office said consular assistance capacity inside Iran is now extremely limited, and embassy operations are being conducted remotely. The move reflects precautionary diplomatic measures as tensions rise. China's foreign ministry urged its citizens not to travel to Iran and called on those currently there to leave as soon as possible. Canada issued a similar advisory. This occurs amid coordinated international warnings as governments reassess risk exposure in the region. A confidential report from the International Atomic Energy Agency, cited by Reuters and the Associated Press, states that Iran has stored highly enriched uranium at an underground facility in Isfahan. The material is enriched up to 60% purity, close to the 90% level considered weapons grade. This marks the first time the agency has formally identified the storage location of Iran's highest enriched stockpile. According to diplomats cited in the reporting, entrances to the Isfahan tunnel complex were struck during joint U.S. and Israeli operations in June, but the underground facility itself appears largely intact. This follows earlier military action aimed at degrading Iran's nuclear capabilities. A separate New York Times analysis indicates that Iran has engaged in what is described as passive reconstruction at damaged nuclear sites, including Natanz and Isfahan. Satellite imagery reportedly shows white-roofed structures erected over damaged areas and fresh earth covering tunnel entrances. Authorities are responding amid continued intelligence monitoring of Iranian nuclear infrastructure. Western intelligence officials also report construction activity at the Parchin military site, including a cylindrical structure approximately 45 meters in length. The purpose of the structure has not been publicly confirmed. This occurs amid long-standing international scrutiny of activity at Parchin. In the United States, a new AP-NORC poll finds that about half of American adults are extremely or very concerned that Iran's nuclear program poses a direct threat to the United States. 6 in 10 Americans describe Iran as an enemy of the United States. At the same time, roughly 3 in 10 say they have a great deal or quite a bit of trust in President Donald Trump's judgment regarding the use of military force abroad. The survey was conducted between February 19th and 23rd as tensions escalated. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.
Israel is moving to heightened readiness as U.S. military posture across the Middle East expands, and timelines for a possible strike on Iran appear to be shortening. Washington says diplomacy remains the preferred path, but military options are actively being prepared. Iranian officials warn the nuclear gap with the United States may no longer be bridgeable. Stay with IsReal News for updates.